and I will be your moderator for today as well as your MC. So if you have any questions throughout this workshop, please do not hesitate to type it out in the chat box and I will deliver them to the speakers. So let's get on with the workshop, right? So first of all, let me introduce our speakers for today. And I will start by introducing the district trainer, Thomas, who has been active for road track in 8 years. For 8 years, he was a past vice president of the road track club of University Technology Petronas while pursuing his civil engineering degree there. He has also been actively joining many road track events from district all the way up to international road track events. He is the current president of the Road Track Club of Pudu and the co-organizing chairman of Asia Pacific Regional Road Track Conference 2020 Malaysia. And he is also the founder of our District 3300 signature project, a community service project also known as MACHA, the Malaysia Charity Round Trip, where the district will tour around the Peninsular Malaysia for fellowship and to carry out community service. President Thomas is also a structural engineer in a consulting firm. So this guy would know all about how to mingle around with people in a social and a corporate environment. So this is something we all need to pick up, and let's hear from him.
No, you haven't intro Faye.
No introduction required.
No introduction required. As you can see, the lady with the beautiful hair, who's not looking so dead today. That's our
For once.
Anja Faye, also known as Faye to the road track community. She is the current District Public Relations Director and the incoming President of the Road Track Club of Pudu for the year 2021. And she's also, together with Thomas, the co-organizing chairperson of the Asia Pacific Regional Road Track Conference that is to be held in Penang. She is currently working as a slave at PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Wow, Sashi, I thought you'd edit my script a bit. I just read it out.
As I know, all auditors are slaves, so I can't help it. Anyone who works in the accounting firm and dealing with money, you guys are corporate slaves.
I agree.
These guys have been around for a long time in road track, and there's no other better person to tell you how to attract people, how to retain them. These guys are a dynamic duo, and I'm going to pass it on to them.
Dynamic duo. Well, Thomas and I are like inseparable, I think, huh, Thomas?
Batman and Robin.
Wait,
So who's
who's
Robin?
Oh,
Fuck.
that's a very good question.
Censor me. Okay, Thomas, you can.
Okay, let's start. So, welcome everyone to our workshop. So, I don't think this is, we won't put it as a workshop lah. It's just a sharing session to share about how to really attract and retain members. And then I hope you guys feel free to ask us any questions throughout this session, and then ask us how to attract members, and then share with us what did your club do to attract members or to have any recruitment drive also. But first, let me share something on the chat group first. Okay, I shared a Google form on the chat group, so guys, please take like a good 2 minutes to answer the survey, and then we can officially start our session.
Okay.
Thomas, can you say something?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to exit and come back in.
Okay.
I think the Google Forms, instead of like the radio button, should be checkboxes, because I feel like all of it are quite relevant.
Yes, cannot. Must choose one only.
Damn.
I thought the multi-choice is can choose one only.
Oh yeah, lor. Now I can only choose one lah. But I want to choose multiple one. Lah.
Cannot. Don't mess up with my data. Choose the most important one.
Pretty girls lah.
Yeah, boy. Let me check the respondents of the form. Only got 23. Who haven't filled up? 34 now. Give another 2 minutes. Wow, interesting responses. I'm really surprised.
Those are honest responses.
Honest.
Huh.
All right, guys, for any new participants that just entered, I'm going to repost the link to the form. We will need you to fill up this form before we start this session. It's a very short form. Just be honest. It's anonymous, so you can choose pretty girls.
Hey, hello. There are no other options. Just pretty girls.
Hey,
That's the only right answer.
We should have put handsome guys also slash handsome
Yeah,
guys.
no, that was pretty girls,
Hey,
man.
Thomas,
yeah,
you're thinking
we
from your
don't-
perspective.
Aiya.
Yeah, sorry. Oh no. Kevin Gray is gonna cry, man, when he see this response.
0.
The community service project is the lesser of people think about the club.
Can I fill out also? Recruitment. What would you like to do?
Okay, I have 31. Never mind, we can start our session now. All right, welcome, guys and girls, Rotarians and Rotractors, to our club service workshop. Sorry for the wait, and then let's start now. Hello, Shirley. Pierce Wong. Okay, so can I have raise of hand? How many is the first time doing?
Raise of hands.
Yeah, never mind. Anyone can reply in the chat group that how many of you are actually first time taking the position as a club service director? You can just type me at the chat group. Derek, you are the club service.
Die, you are the club.
Oh, a lot eh. Oh no.
Keith is also the club service.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. Good. I cannot like ignore the important stuff really. All right, so club service, I can only use like 3 words to summarize what are you for the club, like what is your position to the club. So you are very important. You are important. Why? Because without you, the club cannot function properly. Why I say that? Because like take a company for example. If a company without employees, the company cannot work. So the club service avenue is actually, I can say, as the HR department of the club, the talent sourcing. That's how you get people to do projects for you. So without you, the club I do not have any do not have enough numbers to form the board. The club don't have enough members to carry out projects, events, and everything. So from my point of view, club service is actually the most important level in the club. I can say that because I selfish a bit. I say that. Self-boasting. Okay, so the key responsibility of a club service director is to have a strategy for membership development and retention, and then to plan fellowship activities for membership as well. All right, can anyone share that what fellowship activities that their club has done before MCO happened? Can I have Ampang?
And we actually carried out a lot of fellowship activities during this term because our main focus for this term is actually fellowship. So we actually had like bi-weekly events where we go play badminton or we just go out for dinner, rock climbing and things like that. But one of the most recent big events that we actually had was that the whole club actually went to Taman Negara in Pahang. So it was a 2 days, 1 night thing. We went there, we went to meet the indigenous tribe. And yeah, so it was a learning experience, a little bit of professional development / community service a little bit as well, and also club service because all of us bonded. And then one of the things that my club really likes to play is a game called Resistance. So for those
That's
that
like
for
arguments.
those of you guys who know the game, yeah, it's a very fun game. It builds friendship, but it destroys the friendship in the same game. So yeah, great game. Yes. All right, pass it back to you.
All right, okay. And I have anyone from APU?
Yes. What we always do is mostly try to have game sessions at the end of every meeting. Right, we always come up with a game like Killer, and we always have a regular eating spot that we always go to that can accommodate a lot of people. So we always go to this place called Nathan's Corner. It's a mama. That's all we do. Games and food.
Games and food. All right. So now I'll invite Faye. She'll talk about what did her club, her ex-club actually did to attract and retain members from a uni-based club point of view.
Okay. In case you guys didn't know, my ex-club used to be Sunway University, but it was a long time ago, and we were pretty big that time. So
Wow.
I think the key driver to attracting new members is, you know how universities that have recruitment drives. So our strategy was to just place pretty girls everywhere. So every session, 2 to 4 one session, there must be at least one pretty girl there. 4 to 6 another session, there must be another pretty girl there. So with all these pretty girls handing out candy, we'll give you a lollipop for every time you signed up to come for our orientation. With all these pretty girls, it really helped. So Thomas, what was the results from just now? The poll?
For the which one?
The one.
The pretty girls one.
Yeah. So what's the question just now? Handsome boys also can. Yeah, handsome boys also can, but we didn't have much boys, The club was mainly almost 90% girl driven. It's a fact.
Okay, give me a while.
Akif can be a pretty girl too.
Here you go.
Tell us what ways you have seen that is the most effective way to attract new members. And most of the respondents chose a fun club. Oh, pretty girls only 20%. Actually, they're right. A fun club or members should be individuals who are enthusiastic. Okay, so that time the club was just formed, Sunway University. There were few core members. We started up maybe under 10 of us, and we were working day and night on road track, trying to charter the club. So at that time, we really had enthusiastic members, and I think the results of this poll is precise. You really need members who are dedicated, who would actually put in the time to plan out on fun meetings. So club service is mainly about meetings. I think clubs usually have maybe every week, has their meeting every week or bi-weekly. So during our meetings, we always try to make something a bit special, not your boring and dry meeting. You come in, you pass the minutes, and then you talk about district updates, and you talk about future club projects, and it always turns out to be a routine. So most of the time, almost every club meeting, we'd have something special. So there was once we had an orientation. So after pretty girls handing out those candies, we got over 100 new joiners. So on orientation day, the 100 new joiners were about to come and see for themselves what this club has to offer. So when they all entered the auditorium, if Thomas could go for the next, yeah. So when they all entered the auditorium, we already prepared everything before that. We switched off the lights, and then the auditorium is a slope. So everybody went up, the members went up to the top part of the auditorium, and we released a shit ton of balloons. It was lame, but it was like 6 years ago. So it was fun.
Wow,
but we didn't
so
think
cool.
of one point. There were some people who were terrified of balloons. So some of them were really horrified about it. But after that, it was fine, because after the balloon session, we gave out more candy. So just try to do something different, I guess. And enthusiastic members are your key drivers. We wouldn't have thought of this if we didn't have dedicated members who was gonna blow those balloons up. So we spent a lot of time on that, and then we made sure that we laid out the future projects during orientation. So the new club members would know, this is what I expect from the club during the term. So during orientation, we said all the fun activities that we were going to hold. So yeah, Thomas, back to you.
You didn't share about Ian.
This is a random act of kindness. So we wanted to share awareness of our club to expand and to attract new members. We went around Sunway Pyramid to give out more candies. I don't know why we gave out a lot of candies, but while giving out candies, we met this guy who looked familiar, and apparently he's Ian from what Fly FM is it, or Hits? I forgot which one. One of the.
I think last time Hits.
Hits. Okay. Yeah. So this guy, he shared our post. We had a ball giving out candies to children, although that's a bit creepy. Some parents said thank you to us. Some kids just took it and ate it without saying thank you, but it's fine. But yeah, spreading awareness, attracting new members, making it fun. It's all about the perspective that you give out. Yeah.
Right, to sum it up for uni-based clubs, most of what the members want is actually to be inside a fun club, to be inside a fun atmosphere, to take some stress off studies from life, and then to actually meet more people to socialize. So how about the APU? What did APU do to attract and retain members, Sashi?
Okay, guys. So when we were the board of directors, we figured out this one way of keeping members. As Faye said, since you're in an institutional-based club, one of the biggest things you can do to get members in is through a recruitment drive where you open up a booth in the lobby or the foyer of your university. And you just display what new projects that you have done, what projects that you are going to do, and you sort of attract members into the club. But the most difficult part, as always, is getting people to stay. What we tried to do was break the board of directors and member barrier, if you know what I'm saying. So there is no hierarchy of who is superior to another. So we sort of formed a friendship with all the members. You see, when people come to a club, they are, especially when it's a university-based club, they are coming after a day of class, somewhat a lot of assignments or exams or something, and they just want to relax. So they do not want to feel like they are coming because they have to and they are a member. They should feel like they are coming to hang out with their friends. So that is sort of the environment that we try to develop We tried to do as much ice breaking as possible, and sarcasm played a big role breaking the ice. So when you are sarcastic to members, you kind of scratch other people's ego and bring the sarcasm out of them. And being seniors in a club and having juniors enter, the juniors are mainly intending to give respect towards the seniors, but it's up to the seniors to break this respect. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be respect. I'm saying there shouldn't be a very formal respect. You should try to make it an informal. Respect will always be there, but try to make it as informal as possible. That's how we did it in APU.
I think I agree with
Thank you,
Sashi
Sashi.
completely about that.
Yep.
If I could just add, actually for a club, right, especially as a club service director, I think it should be sort of like a pengawas. Just make sure that the club doesn't form cliques within the club. That is the end of the club, I'm telling you. Whenever new people, they come to your club and then they realize, oh, they've already formed a clique by themselves. Then you feel out of place. You don't feel welcome. You feel like you can't fit in. So I think the number one thing that a club service director should do is to ensure that all club members are treated equally. Doesn't matter whether you're from the board, doesn't matter whether you're a senior club member, doesn't matter whether you're a guest. Everybody should feel involved. So yeah.
Right, thank you, Faye and Sashi. So just now those are very good examples of the uni-based club, like how to attract and really retain members. But I guess that in general, for uni-based clubs, to get the numbers of members is not really an issue, right? Can anyone tell me that is an issue in the chat group? Like you have problem attracting members. Any uni-based club can tell me that you have any problems? I guess not then. So moving on to the community-based clubs, where me and Faye are in Pudu now. So normally, in general, community-based club will have problems attracting new members. You can see like a lot of every year you'll see the same faces from the same club. Like in Ampang, you see Sikuting for 10 years. In Pudu, you'll see Chestel for another 10 years. yeah. Com-based club have problems attracting new members. It's known. It's like that. So what can we do to really attract members? For the first point, I would guess is to really mingle with uni-based club rotractors, because they are the steady stream of people, because they will graduate eventually. They cannot join like let's say ATC for 10 years, right? So they will eventually graduate, and then that's the chance that you can get them to continue their road track journey to be in a com-based club.
So meaning to say we need to brainwash them from now already lah. All right, hey,
yes,
come join our ComServe club.
Join us, join Ampang, join Pudu, join Subang, yes. Join Bangsa,
KJ.
Join KJ,
join PJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during like district, you have to approach the young people from uni-based clubs to ask them to, not really ask them to join lah, but you get close with them first. How are they like? Are they like suitable for the vibe of your club? Because some clubs have different vibes, so you need to find out on your own that one. Like for example, Pudu is more like a family type, and then Ampang is more like what type? I don't know. Not sure what type is Ampang.
The resistance kind of vibe, yeah.
Yeah, if you like to play board games, you can go to KJ.
Play board game, yeah. If you like to find out more about your personality, you can join Ampang as well.
Yeah. If you want to buy Yeezy or Jordan, you can go to Petaling PJ. Something like that. You can go to ICPJ. Yep. Yeah, Ampang is also the bouldering club.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like sports, you can join Ampang. So yeah, so you have to find out on your own. But for the club service directors of the com-based club, you have to know what the identity of your club is, like what unique part that you have to attract members. Yeah, you have to identify that first. And then interesting club meetings that we have. So that's our Christmas gathering where we have a steamboat and gift exchange where Faye is not there.
Where was I?
I think
Probably at
I think you were
Sunday.
busy being asleep.
No.
Langkawi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justina.
So on the right, you can see like this is one of our club meetings. So in Pudu, our club meetings are normally, we won't hold our club meetings in the same place every time. We try to explore more places, but mainly cafes lah, because we have a lot of Instagrammers in our club.
Yeah, neither do we do it at the same place nor in Pudu itself ever.
Yeah, so we'll try to explore more places and then eat more good food together. Yeah, so it's more like a chill type of club meeting. So actually, club meetings are one of the best platforms to actually attract new members in. You can bring guests, you can bring your cousins, you can bring your friends, you ask them to join up the club meetings, and then basically you just expose the atmosphere and the vibe of your club to that guest of yours, and then slowly you rope them into the club. Not to rope them
to the cult.
in, like you attract them. yeah. You attract them in, and then that's how you basically, one of the ways you can get new members. And then what I want to say, the next point is to have a good relationship with your Rotarians. So being a club service director, to attract members is one thing, but you have to find ways to maintain that fellowship with your Rotarians as well, because a happy Rotary relationship, you can grow the club. A good club service can also plan like fellowship events or projects with your Rotary club. So for example, in Pudu, we do every year we'll do a Chinese New Year visit to our Rotarians' house. One of the reasons is to get ang pao, of course, from them. And another is really to get to know them and to have fellowship with them. Yep. And the Rotary relationship actually works both ways lah. So if you want them to come to your projects or dinners or events, you should go to theirs also. The next point to talk about is to have collaboration projects or go to district events. So if you want to get like new members or to attract people to join your club, interesting and big projects are actually very essential. So with that, people, know what you are doing, what is the club doing, what is Rotary about, and then some joint projects can actually be with like com-based and uni-based club. Just like Penta project, where I'm still in UTP back then, we have a 5-way collaboration project with 5 clubs. So namely Penang, UTP, RIC-PJ, RIC-KJ, and then I think the last one is RIC-ATC. So this is way back, like back in 2013, 7 years ago. I think this Penta eventually died down, but I hope that the clubs can bring it back, because it's really a good project. Like 5 clubs, they will get at one place to do a project together. It's really a good way to expose your club and to expose yourself to the uni-based clubs or anything. So can I know like anyone from the floor has any good collaboration projects during this term, or you plan to do?
I think Rotary Club of Ampang is open for collaborations. So if any clubs are collaborating, we can always have like a collaboration game night or something like that.
I think Pudu is up for collaboration too, Joshua.
Okay, maybe so Pudu Ampang already,
Yeah, please contact my club service director, Justina. Clubbing.
Yeah, so you can see from this picture, the gold card is actually we call it a Sudu Cup. Sudu Cup. So it's Subang in collaboration with Pudu. We did a gold card competition lah, and then all the funds from this competition will go to the charitable profit. So each car will represent organization. Like let's say car 1 and 2 is orphanage, car 3 and 4 is animal shelter. So who won the first or second place will get the most money for that organization. So this was, I think, 1 or 2 years back. So it's actually a good fellowship event for your club members to retain club members. And yeah, so collaborations is one of good way to retain and to attract new members. And of course, district events is the best way, like just now Faye said. District events is the best way actually to attract new members and to know new people. Like without district events, I won't even know Joshua, I won't know Sashi, I won't know Faye.
Yeah.
And I won't know.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you only stay inside your club, you won't really feel the full road track experience. You must go out to district events. You can go to Rylas, go to EPRC, go to Interrota to really expand your road track horizon.
Yeah, I think these district events, right, they're like road track expos.
Yep.
So because these district events, they're attended by so many different club members, so many guests from different places. So when you go there, you get to see members from so many different clubs. And then you get to see, each club actually has their own unique sort of vibe. I think some people who have been in the district for a really long time will know each club really has a different vibe. Of course, this vibe changes from time to time because members are not permanent. But you know for a fact, some clubs are right for you and some clubs are maybe just not your cup of tea. So when you bring a new joiner, an outsider who doesn't know what road track is, right? You bring them to a meeting and they're like, maybe, this is what road track is. I don't really like it. But what you should do is bring them to a district event and they get to see the bigger picture. They get to meet so many people. They have, of course, fun. Bring them to DRC lah. Don't bring them to DRA or something. Bring them to DRC. It's much more fun. It's more chillaxed. We do some concerts sometimes. We do projects. We do team bonding. It's a great place to expose outsiders. Yeah.
It's a great place to know your future girlfriend and boyfriends too. So please, the next district event when we can meet, please sign up. What like Thomas? Just did that. Okay. So please, for the next, I think the next district event is the end. Am I?
Next week.
Right, Joshua? It's the end, right? Yeah, the end is next week. So please stay tuned for that. Although we cannot meet physically, but I hope everyone is there. And then, we hope that we can meet like a huge gathering again soon lah. So yeah. The next thing I talk about is to have club assemblies. So one of the responsibility of a club service director is to have club assembly. So what is a club assembly, you ask? Because I know that some clubs don't have club assemblies. Am I correct? Who don't know what's a club assembly? Can you please type me inside the chat group? Who don't know what is a club assembly? Please type me in the chat group. Wow. Okay. I got the spam already. Okay. So club assembly is not a requirement for any citations or an formal event by the road track handbook. It's actually a optional thing to do. So what we do at club assemblies is for Pudu, we have 3 club assemblies per term. So during the first one, we'll talk about what events or projects we're gonna do throughout the term. We will share our ideas and thoughts. And the second club assembly will normally held in the middle of the term. Then we will review our what projects we did, and then what can be improved, and then then we can plan and discuss about the projects for the bottom half of the term. And then finally, we will have our club outings, which is the third and final club assembly, where we will go to a place to stay one night to have pure fellowship, and then to talk about the term, what had happened, what problems we had with and then basically talk our hearts out lah.
Yeah.
It's actually a sharing session. All right. So because for me, what I believe is to actually solve an argument, you have to have more arguments. Why do I say that? Because if you keep the argument by yourself, you won't really solve any problems. You need to talk it out, have arguments with your fellow club members, because they are like family, right? So family, you laugh, you smile, and you have arguments together. But at the end of the day, you stay as a family.
Oh, wonky. Does Thomas do that?
Of course, I always have arguments with her one. So arguments you must talk out. So it's an essential part of communication. Arguments, not the toxic type lah, not like you deal him, you deal her like that.
Hey.
Yeah, you must speak with logical sense and then have logical arguments lah.
Fight me.
Yes.
Brandon says fight me.
And then on the picture on the right, you can see we are all of our members attending
Charlene's
the wedding ceremony of Shannon and
Edwin.
Yeah, you can see that most of them are drunk, but not me, because I didn't drink.
Wow.
No, that's stupid. Because I cannot get drunk one. Okay, move on. Yeah, so because as a community-based club, you will be together for a very, very long time. Not like a uni-based club where you spend like 2 or 3 years or 4 years and then you graduate and then you say bye-bye to the fuckers. In a com-based club, you will spend at least 3 to 6 years, something like that. So it's really important to communicate with your club members. As a club service director, you should try your best to solve the conflicts in the club. That's quite essential also. Yeah, work together with the president to solve any conflicts. Like if let's say A don't like B, you try your best to solve their way also lah. Really avoid like the small groupings in the club. That's where the club will really start to die lah.
Yeah.
That's from my point of view. Yeah. All right. Any questions before I move on? Any questions from the floor? Or any difficulties from any community-based clubs? Like you have problem attracting people, retaining members, or so on? All right, everyone is very good. No questions.
Yeah, I have a question lah.
Yes,
Like
please.
just now you were talking about like the vibes and all, right? So like,
Yes.
how does a club form its vibes? Like, is it from the club service director, the president, or like how do you build that culture for a club? I guess.
Can I take this?
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
I think presidents are puppets. They're useless. They're just a face. I'm incoming president. I think I'm a puppet as well. Come on, pull my strings. I don't need to do anything. I just need to show my face at events. But really, I think the club service director should actually be the one to actually bond the team, to get to know the members, get to know what the members want, what they need, try to cater it. Let's say if your members want to see pretty boys and girls, then next time you bring your pretty boys and girls friends to come to your meetings. If your members actually want to do something productive, they want to learn a new skill, then you tell your PD director, hey, actually our members are interested in this. Can you host an event to cater to their needs? So as a club service director, you need to be the one who bonds the team, be the glue, talk to everyone, be enthusiastic about it, because if you don't love the club, nobody will. And most importantly, always make sure that everybody feels involved, feels at home, treat each other like family. That's the most important thing. I mean, I have friends in road track since day one, and until today we're all still friends. So that's been like what, 7 years in the club. Even though we've separated, we don't go to the same club anymore. We don't even go to the same uni anymore. But we're all still very much in contact. Yeah. So club service director's duty to address Joshua's question.
Yep. For example, me and Joshua met actually how many years ago? Our first DRC with Jenlin and Chayan.
I only remember those two names.
Yeah, I don't remember Joshua until now.
Oh yeah, I also don't remember you, man.
Okay lah. So like I repeat to the point just now, like district events is actually one of the good ways to know friends. And then how to set up the vibe and culture for the club. I think this one needs the board of directors to work together for what they are targeting for the year. Like for example, my term as the president of Voodoo, I focus a lot on fellowship. So I'll say it out in the first meeting with my board that I want to do a lot of fellowship events during my term. So I think that's a good way to set up the vibe and culture for that term. So maybe the fellow club service director here, you can actually bring this up to your president to talk about what do you want to achieve this term. Regardless as a club or club service director, you just bring it up to a president like, hey boss, this term, what are we planning to do? Or what are we planning to achieve as a club? Something like that. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay, moving on. I'll touch a little bit on the World Road Track Week. Although it's not really a club service topic, but I think from the previous workshops, didn't really talk much about this. So I'll just touch a bit because you can actually have some really good fellowship events and in World Road Track Week. So Faye, what is this picture about?
Oh, this. Okay. So in conjunction with World Road Track Week, I think I have no idea how many years ago was this picture. But what we did was we went to a park. We cleaned up the park. Wow. And then we had some food, like some sort of picnic over there. Then we had a random stranger take this picture for us. And that's about it. But a lot of us turned out that day. You can just count. That was just a normal World Road Track Week event. And mostly from our club itself. Only a few outsiders. So we treated it more of a club bonding activity, and then at the same time also to show awareness of what road track is. So at that time, it was very random. It doesn't actually have to be World Road Track Week. It can be anything. You just ask your club to come out with you to do something fun, do a picnic, go to the pool, go to the movies, anything at all. But World Road Track Week, we took the opportunity to spread awareness as well.
That's a really good way. As you know, if you do something during World Road Track Week, you will be sure to achieve one of the citations of the term. So please make use of this. Have a fellowship event, have a ComServe event. It's actually a joint event. So actually any events or projects is actually a fellowship event for the club. Regardless it is a PD, regardless it's a ComServe or IS, more or less it will involve fellowship because that's what road track is. And then for Pudu this term, we did a hike and clean in Broga Hills. So we hike the Broga Hill and then we pick up rubbish on our way up the summit. So we managed to carry out this event 2 days before MCO was announced.
Oh, was it 2 days?
Yeah, it's 2 days.
Was that weekend? Oh.
Yeah, it was that weekend. So we actually collected, I think, 3 or 4 big rubbish bags. And then going up was okay, but coming down with the rubbish bags is actually the hard part. So I glad that everyone had fun. So it's like, basically, it's the little things that count. You did, for this event, for this project, we had fellowship, we had community service, and then we had fun, and then everyone had a healthy weekend. So projects like this is actually can retain the members' in your club, because I believe everyone works 9 to 5 every day, everyone studies every day. So it's good to go out and sweat and have a little fun in life. Okay, now I want to ask the floor that how does your club attracts people to join? Regardless that you're from a com-based club or a uni-based club. Petaling Jaya, can I have Derek Leong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, how do PJ attract people to join?
Yes, sir.
Currently, we are poaching the interactors.
Oh no, pedo.
Walao.
Okay,
Yeah.
how do you poach them? How do you approach them? Sorry.
The it's your boy. Well,
Just a few examples. Just a few examples.
few examples. My members are ex-Interact, so what they did was just contact their juniors who are still in school and then ask if they are keen to learn more about road track. So from there, we contact them, ask them out to come out for meetings, and then from there we explain what road track is, then show them for this after meeting makan sessions. It's all these small things I see to gauge whether they are interested or not to join road track after when they finish with high school.
Quite susu, Derek.
Amen. How about, can I have someone from Penang?
Hello guys.
Hello.
Yeah, so basically what we do is that we just try to be ourselves. Yeah, just try to be ourselves, and we try to promote what Penang usually do, and like what you guys mentioned earlier, we would also bring along new members or those who are interested to know more about our club to events and stuff. So from there they get to know us more, as well as what we normally do as a road tractor. Yeah. So basically that's what we did back then.
Yeah, the be yourself is actually a good point. Can I thank you?
Thank you for that.
Penang.
Yep,
Can
you're
I
welcome.
have someone from Ames University? Is anyone from Ames here?
Hi. So actually, I'm not a club service director, but
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
but what we do like the last term that we did a recruitment drive to attract people. Like we also display some activities that we have done, and then yeah, that's it.
So what we shared just now was the central region of how uni-based club attract members. So do Ames have their like recruitment drive, or that's a period where the uni will let you guys have you set up stalls and everything to attract or to recruit new members?
Hello. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have recruitment drives at your uni?
Yeah, we did recruitment drive.
Anything special you want to share about it?
I mean, do you have a recruitment drive?
Yeah, we did the recruitment drive.
Mm-hmm. As in, the recruitment drive is like every club in the uni like do together, or just you guys?
Oh, it's just like the club service director, and then we like some of the members can take turn to take care of the booth, because like some of them got different classes going on. So yeah.
So like, do Ames have problem recruiting new members?
Recruiting new members is not a problem for Ames. The only problem is that most of them, they just put name in and then they don't
They
really
don't come,
join.
yeah.
They don't come. Yeah. I
Not
guess
even for the first orientation. Like they write their names already, they don't even come.
Yeah, they don't even come. So it's like, and then maybe like in the mid-year, we will kick out some of the members. Yeah. That's what we did.
So can we know that what is the numbers of members that is in Ames right Now, like just a
right
rough figure.
I think we do have wait
Just a
Active
rough
ones.
figure. No need like just a rough figure. Like agak.
Agak we have like 100 plus.
Huh?
Yeah, but the people that come for is like roughly 20 or 30 something.
Okay lah.
That's actually quite good.
Makes sense lah.
20
20% to 30%.
is quite good. Yeah.
I do have.
I think in general, get members in a uni club is not a problem.
Yeah, making them stay is a problem.
So what's our key takeaways from making them stay?
20 to 30 active members is pretty
Sorry,
good.
Joshua, you were saying something?
Oh wait, no, it's okay. I'll let them
Yep.
finish first. I'll finish already. Is it? No, I was gonna ask. So talking about recruitment drives and all of that, these are all mostly university based. So what do you guys think about having recruitment drives for community based clubs? Like maybe open up booth in like shopping centers if that's possible.
Shopping centers.
I don't know. Like it's just an
Give them free luggage every time
possible.
they sign up.
Wow, free luggage. Then they don't come meetings. Wow.
I think
Might
for
impact
community-based
information
clubs, right, the recruitment drive actually happens throughout the term. It's like happening 24/7. You can have random people PM you on your Facebook, say, hey, what's road track? I want to join. So yeah, you can invite them to your club. And then like just now, Derek said that you can actually approach interactors. That's one way also, because some interactors they go to a uni where there's no road track clubs. So you can actually ask them to join your club. Like for example, Pulu, we have a few straight away jumpers from Interact, like Justina, Matthew, Moon, Sean. Yeah. So Justina, why did you join us? Why did you join your uni-based road
Got the
track?
brainwash, that's why.
Yeah, I couldn't brainwash. No lah, I think it's because that time when I was still in Interact, we had a camp, and then the Rotaractors were the ones that helped out, and there was one segment where they did introduce Rotaract to the Form 5s who were leaving.
So who were you most attracted to that time when the Rotaractors came to talk?
No one lah.
No one lah.
But it was very cute lah, the Shannon and Edwin story. I think that's why.
Yeah, because we met each other there. So Thomas, you know what to do already? You need to act as if you met Wonky in Pulu.
I didn't, but okay. All right, so yeah, that's a great point. So actually, interactors are your way to recruit members also. So from just now, I said that you should have a good relationship with your fellow Rotarians. So with that, you can actually have joint projects or joint collaborations with them to introduce what road track is to the interactors. So yeah, thank you, Justina, and thank you all for the sharing. So any more questions before I move on? I think we are short of time. Damn. All right. The next is the poll. So I'll review some of the results just now. Okay, what would you like to do during a club meeting? So I see having fun has like 57% of the results, and then important club matter discussions. Not bad.
Nobody wants to know about the district, please.
Yeah, that's right. I think Liku need to work on this. All right, so have fun. Yeah, I'm glad to know that we actually joined the club essentially to have fun, to actually have a break from your working life or as a student, etc. Thank you, guys. So I'll move on swiftly. And then the last point I want to touch is the planning the club's installation. So every club service director should plan their club's installation. But as we all know that during this pandemic COVID-19 situation, you can't really it's not really advisable to have a large scale installation like last term. To invite like 10 to 20 tables or etc. So what you can do is have a virtual installation. Why not? Because as I know, DRA Likun actually prefer this one, because she says she can save a lot of money.
Save money.
Yeah. So guys, please arrange your installation dates as soon as possible. It's already June. So did anyone submitted their installation dates already? Likun.
So far only Ampang lah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. That's why other clubs should submit should book your installation date ASAP. I mean, I'm looking for a joint installation. Like, if any club up for that, then why not? Yeah.
Yeah. So you can actually like hook up with a few clubs to have a 10 club installation. Do it over Zoom and then get on with life.
Oh, this mass installation way. Okay, next club service.
Yeah. President. So yeah, installation. So we can actually advise on the installation protocols. So what must and should you do during your installation, because some not just Rotarians lah, some alumni, some Rotractors actually take the protocol very seriously. So if you have any questions or any problems regarding the protocols of installation, you can ask the district trainers or ask Likun as well. Moving on. So as the poll said, let me share to you guys about this. Okay, so is recruitment hard during MCO? So 86.5% say it's very hard during the MCO period because you cannot meet physically, you cannot have gatherings and so on. So we understand. So what can we advise is to... Yep.
Wow, that's 86.5%.
Yep. To actually carry out like online fundraising, online projects or online fellowship sessions with your club members. To have, some would say why would we have an online community-based community service project? Can they really attract members? Yes, they can. Everything you do, right, is actually one way or another to attract members, because you can let people know what is the club doing. That is your club's identity. And then people will get interested and then eventually approach you to ask you what Rotrack is, what is the club about. So treat every project you do is a way to attract new members. So for example, PJ did project support local, which I find is very interesting because they keep sharing on Facebook and it keep appearing on my timeline. So Derek, can you talk about this?
Okay. So we got this idea that we saw this post on social media about this random person just buying boba for this random Grab driver. So hey, we sat down and thought about it like, hey, why don't we do something like this but do it on a bigger scale instead of just benefiting the riders? We also want to benefit home food businesses. So those two will be our two main causes. We spent 3 weeks to carry out this project, and out of these 3 weeks, we managed to raise like 3.7 or 8, almost 4,000 to execute this project. Yeah, anything else?
Like whose idea it is to actually have this project?
Now this I don't really recall, but I just remember this. We just sat down for this online club meeting. We talked about like potential ideas to do for ComServe, and then suddenly we talked about this thing, and then the whole club just jumped to the idea. I'm still honestly surprised that we all would jump on this idea just like that.
So how did it work? Like, who were the donors? Who actually paid for those? Who actually ordered the food?
Donations would come from Rotractors, Rotrack clubs, Rotarians, RCs. I basically applied what I did for DRC and APRC for our project. And then for the ordering stuff, we would assign each member every day to place orders. So everyone got the opportunity to participate in this project.
Then how do you tell the driver, hey, actually this food is for you?
We had a general message written down already lah. So every day we will copy this and send it to the driver, and then if they don't respond, right, we will call them up before they actually make the delivery.
And then what do they usually say? How did they respond? What was the
Some
most
of them were
significant
like,
response?
some of them were like, really for me you sure you sure you're not hungry and then they were like, you sure if I just keep this and if you complain about me, I'm screwed,
Wow, that's scared, right? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's because it's not a common thing in Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's not very common lah. So some of them were like very
Skeptical
shocked
about it.
skeptical, shocked, and then some were really appreciative, but some even like some of them even like did this Islamic prayer.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a prayer.
I don't know. Basically, that person was very
Look at Akif. No. Josh, I don't think Derek knows what she's talking about.
But the main message there, we did good. We supported two beneficiaries. So yeah, 3 weeks in a row. And we achieved our goal.
Thank you, Derek. Yeah, so projects like this and the Road Track Festival that we had a few weeks ago is actually one of the ways to really spread the road track awareness to people and then to get new members to come in. So after you attract them, what are you gonna do to retain them in this period where you can't really actually meet and carry out fun fellowship events? So what we can suggest is, to have online games like script to play during club meetings, after club meetings, to actually keep the fellowship in, or to have like online drinking sessions with your club members, online dancing sessions.
So haram one, all this.
I say drinking only, what? I didn't say drink what.
Drink water.
Yeah, drink water. So basically to be innovative to be creative on the things you can do virtually. Then maybe you can have like a Netflix session to watch movie together with your club. Any movies are welcome lah. So keep the options open, keep the ideas open to really attract and to retain members. No Netflix
I can lend you, Derek. I can give you mine.
All right. So anyone got anything to share? Like what they did, what the club did during this pandemic period? Anyone? Any interesting things to share, guys? Come on. Don't be shy.
Avalon.
KJ.
Avalon.
KJ.
Deep. Bye.
He's here. Can you share something about that, Avalon?
Avalon.
Avalon.
Nope, not here.
What about you, Longfu?
So the Avalon is actually my president's idea. So he proposed the game Avalon. So he invited a few of the district members to come and play Avalon. So the game is basically something like Resistance, where there's a good and bad guy. So that we guess each round we have a chance to guess who's the bad guy.
So basically just argue online.
Argue, yeah.
I'm super bad at it, man. Everybody thinks I'm the bad guy even when I'm the good guy.
You're already bad at Resistance also.
You end up in a very intense discussion.
I'm just being serious, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is one of the way to actually keep the club together, keep everyone sane, and actually remind them what road track is. That's a good share. So anyone from the floor can share what your club did during this pandemic session? Or any questions to ask before we end our session, because I think we should end soon. Any more questions or sharing from the floor? Okay, Likun, do you have anything to talk to the fellow club service directors before we end our session today?
I think you pretty much touched on everything. I believe they are in good hands. So they've got all the information from you, and I believe that is all true also. So yeah, it's all good.
All right,
Happy
What are the key takeaways? What's the must to do?
have fun.
True. Have fun.
Okay,
So
so
the
guys,
club meeting must be special, lah, right?
Yep. All right, so guys, remember to have fun, stay safe during this period, and then any
Play safe.
questions, you can PM me or drop me a message, or you can approach Likun also. Don't be shy. So I hope we get to see you all soon. Thank you.